going to start finishing sentences next. Crazy. I
Holy.
feel for you.
Wow.
Oh, wait, my Valentine's present is in the way.
She gets a Diet Mountain Dew for Valentine's Day.
I did. This is my Valentine's present with flowers from Mikey and a really cute Yoda card.
I did not get flowers on Valentine's Day or ever because I tell my husband don't ever.
Don't ever? No, never, never. Good morning, everybody. I'm back in wherever.
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Back home.
Back. Well, I was gonna say in the States, but you didn't leave the States this last
trip.
one.
No, I did not. I did put my foot in the ocean, but that
Okay.
doesn't necessarily count. I was still in
You weren't
territorial waters.
You weren't even in international waters.
No, I was in territorial waters, so
Yeah.
I never left the United States last time. So, you know, that's
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Flock around the table on Sunday. Today's not the 19th, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Last
Or
week
is it
was
the 18th?
the 12th.
Nope, it's the 19th.
It's the 19th. That was
It's
the 19th. The Super Bowl day. I wasn't here.
No.
And the 19th.
Correct.
I fell asleep.
During the Super Bowl?
I cannot believe I fell asleep. I watched part of it.
Can you believe that I never even had it turned on? Can you believe it?
You know, you need to get better power into this house so that you
can
especially
to my refrigerator. My refrigerator is on the fritz.
Broken appliance. Isn't it the worst?
So she walks in. There's 2 coolers on the kitchen floor.
I thought he was going out on a trip or something.
Where are you guys heading to?
Yeah, I thought
nowhere.
You know, I thought maybe it was his day to bring snacks to the golf course. I didn't.
No. Yep. Yeah. No.
It's just a pisser. I hate. Yeah. When the power goes out, and that's the time that you have to get a drink of water. You have to have, and it's in your brain. You know you can't because of the thing. And now you have food in there that you think, I can just make this, and this and get it all out of there. But then I have to open it to get it. And I'm trying to keep it cool.
Which is, so right now, all of my freezer stuff is in coolers with ice on top of it. The refrigerator really doesn't have a whole lot that's.
Most of that stuff can be okay.
You know, it's a lot of it's a lot of condiments.
Yeah, you could put that out in the garage and it'll be all right.
You know, some eggs, which really
don't. No, they don't. No.
Some vegetables, some herbs. I think the herbs are going to come out and be dry.
You know, you could sell those eggs on eBay and make a bundle.
I could. I probably could. I probably could.
You were really good this morning too.
I do have some milk and some yogurt, some sour cream, some cheese.
Not too much.
Not too much. So that may go into work tomorrow and go into the refrigerator there, or later this afternoon.
It's off on the note.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand.
Or go ahead, have at it. I mean, it's all yours because it wouldn't. Like I said, I have a big bowl of ice in the refrigerator section. So I think it's fine.
Well, I think your workers kind of like it when you either have a party here or like something like this. Because when we were here a few weeks ago, when we had that one afternoon sort of situation, and Gail brought a rum cake and some pineapple.
Oh, it all went to work.
I mean, it all would work, and these guys are like,
"It's gone.
Zoom,
it was gone,
gone." And so I think they really enjoy.
Oh yeah, they like.
Yeah, so
I don't know how much they'll really like my raspberry yogurt.
Probably not much, but someone would eat it.
Oh yeah,
I can
for sure.
guarantee that if you leave it in there, someone's going to go ahead and grab it and go, "Oh, it only expired a year ago. It's still good."
Yeah, I just got it yesterday. This is what's really bad. The milk, the yogurt, I just got yesterday. And we're at, so the grocery store that's right by my house, it's literally like 2 blocks away, is probably one of the better grocery stores that I've ever had access to on a regular basis.
It's a big Meijer.
It's a huge Meijer.
And even my husband who shops Meijer says your Meijer is a really good Meijer.
And they're under construction. They're redoing the entire thing. So there's like 45 trailers in their parking lot. Big,
Oh, I didn't know it was for them.
big trucker trailers out there.
Yeah.
Like half of the parking lot is taken up by tractor trailers. And they're redoing everything on the inside of that. And I said to Jamie yesterday, it's going to take them 4 months. They're already on like the second month of like
Redoing it.
renovating. And they're closed from midnight to 6. Now, I don't know if they're actually doing renovations then during that time, but it's going to take them 4 months to do that. This is what I find really funny. If they just closed down for a week, they could get it done. But instead, they're going to make all of us shoppers
Go through and
go
try and
through
figure out
where did they put it this week?
Right, where did they make? But that gets you in the store, around the store, and people who go to that store, like the convenience, and will put up with the fact of having to ask. But while you're going over to
But
look for Mountain Dew for a Valentine's present, you might find some new chips or something in that section, and
love
you'll
a
be
peek.
purchase those.
But in the meantime, a quarter of what they typically have in their grocery section is nowhere in the building now.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, it's not that it's just in a different area.
No, it's just not in
It's
there.
just not there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of think, would it behoove them to just close and get it done? They also have the cost of all those trailers in the parking lot. Those are expensive to keep. I
True.
know, I'm in shipping.
You've had that situation with your
I still have that situation.
Yeah.
And I
So,
think I only have 20. They probably have 45 sitting in there.
well, it's sort of like the downtown Indy where they've done the 70 and the 65 split right downtown. They didn't do it as a hyper fix. Okay. Couple 3 years, 4 or 5 some time ago, they had when they redid it the last time they did a hyper fix. Everything was shut down. You couldn't get on this thing to save your fucking life. Okay. And it was all shut down. Everything was all torn up, and they actually finished it faster.
Yeah.
They had good weather that summer, but they finished it in early because we had a smart person at that time that was giving them a penalty clause and is known for telling them, if you don't have this done, I'm going to start charging your ass,
Uh-huh.
And they did, and they got it done, and it worked great. This time, I don't know if it's because we had more federal money and we have to talk to federal people in order to get whatever it is. 70's open, but 65 isn't done, And then now everybody, if you notice this, everywhere you go, they have these massive flyovers. I mean, it's like you have to pack a lunch. If you have to, they should put it at one of those service stations right before you get on the ramp so that you can get something to drink, tap your kidney, so that by the time you get on the road, 3 hours later after getting off the ramp, it's like, seriously, have you seen what they're doing? I mean, they're
No, I don't go
massive.
down there.
Not
I
just
don't
there,
go down
all
there.
over the place. When we were in Florida and we're driving around, same sort of situation. These huge, big flyover ramps with all this concrete and everything. And you're like,
Is that part of the Transportation Act?
well, I thought it was a ride at Disney because I'm like, whoa, how? I mean, talk about if you have vertigo, and they go right to the edge now. They don't give you any little extra. You used to have like this really nice lane you could pull over in. Not anymore. If you sneeze the wrong way, you're going to be you're going to bump into it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that these engineers are doing things. I'm married to one. He explained it to me. I had to do this for a little while so it stayed in. Otherwise, I just flip the switch and it goes right through. I rolled down the window and right out it went. So nobody had to hear it. Anyway, I took him with me last week. We're still married. It was fun, except I got a cold.
She did, which is why she wasn't here last week.
Oh, yeah. I got picked up this cold like Tuesday night. Monday, went down to see Emma's yarn. Oh, God. If you're ever in Winter Haven, you've got to go to that shop. It looks amazing.
It's such a great
It
little
really is.
shop.
I mean, then they have
It's
other
not. I wouldn't even say little shop.
It's
It's a
a
good
big,
sized shop.
and they work with Airbnbs in the area, so you could take your friends and you could knock down for knitting thing. Since we're doing our cruise this year, maybe next year we might do an Airbnb thing and do something down there. So you never know.
Never know.
That might be an option.
Might
Something
be.
kind of fun.
Might be fun.
But I mean, you've got your Malabrigo, which you love, your Rios, which is a
Yeah, it's a work. It's a workhorse.
It's a workhorse yarn,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And then you walk over and you see Emma's yarn.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, sorry, Malabrigo, gotta go.
Gotta
And
go.
so you're all over in the stack. And then you see another company, and then you see Emma's world of that. And you're like, oh, look at that. And they didn't bring anything. I forgot. Sorry. It's sitting downstairs.
You'll just have to tune in next week.
I won't be here. It'll be with me in Mexico.
Well, okay. You'll have to tune in
But you
the
know,
weeks
Sunday?
the weeks to come.
Next Sunday, though, I'll be on Catalina Island.
Right.
This is a crazy cruise, guys. You gotta love this. We're flying in LA.
Yeah. Great LA airport.
Great, love it. Ugh, can't stand LAX. But there's a really good Marriott right down the street. Perfect. So we're gonna stay at that Marriott.
Mm-hmm.
This time I got a car to pick us up at the airport at
the Marriott.
Marriott to take us to the terminal. Celebrity and Carnival go out different terminals. Carnival's here in Long Beach. Celebrity's over in San Pedro of LA, which is about 30 miles, 25, 30 miles south. Takes about 2 hours to get there, but it's only 30 miles.
That's because it's LA.
Because it's LA.
It's LA.
So we get on the ship and we leave at 5:30 on Saturday.
Okay.
Then we go to Catalina Island. Catalina is a really nice island that's about 20 miles off the coast of LA. You can take an express boat that takes.
I was just gonna say, couldn't you canoe out to it? Meet the boat there? Like
I know that's what I was gonna say. Can I have a rowboat? I'll row faster. See who wins.
See who wins.
And if I beat you, then we can free cruises forever, right?
Cruise for life.
So, like, if you kind of picture LA's here, we leave here and
take Colleen.
So you're going. I mean, what is he going to do? He's going to putz the whole way. So, and then we're in Catalina Island, and I've never been, so that was kind of fun. I kind of thought, well, that's nice, and it's different, and it's very kind of Art Deco. So we decided that would be okay, and we sail for 2 days down to Cabo. Both of us have been to Cabo. Love Cabo San Lucas. If you haven't been, you need to go. It's super cool. Kind of expensive because a lot of celebrities are there, so they figure they can make it expensive. Doing a sightseeing tour there, and then coming back, we go to San Diego.
Oh, yay!
And then to LA. And then we dock in LA the next day.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So we come back up to San Diego. And then again, I think he's going to go in reverse. I don't know. I mean, do we ever get more? We'll probably never stop seeing land on this cruise.
Right.
It's going to be hysterical. So, but they have they have an embarcadero down by where they dock the ship, and the USS Midway has a museum there, so which would be really cool to go and see. So that's the cruise I'm going on next time. So yeah, very, but it's the same ship we will be on for Alaska.
Right.
So I'm really going on an exploration cruise. So I can let anybody of you know if you're going to go, and the 6 of us that are going from here will know where to hide in plain sight. So if you bring your other half and you're saying, hey, honey, I'm going to go knit for a little while and meet my friend, and they go looking for you, they won't be able to find you.
They won't be able to find you.
They'll walk right past you. Trust me. They have all these little
She'll find all the good places.
Yeah. And I'm hoping, because most of celebrities has this beautiful sky lounge. And if you go all around in the corner, there's a wall there. Nobody ever sits there but me and knitters, because they can hide from their husbands or other significant family others or whomever.
Or whoever they want to hide from.
They don't want to have anybody bother you. Because inevitably, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure some of you do social knitting, right? go out when you're on vacation and things like
Yeah.
that, inevitably you've got your earbuds in because you're listening to your book or your music or whatever, and you're really concentrating on that little lace pattern. And 62 people have to come up and go, "Hey, what are you working on? Oh, nice colors." And you've got earbuds right at the good part of the book, and you don't want to be rude, you know. That's why I told that lady I just carry the yarn.
Yeah, right. So just carry it up.
Yeah. See my shirt? Not my boots, just my shirt. Isn't this cute?
It's adorable.
Isn't it cute? Even the back's cute. Because it has
Oh yeah, because it's leading men.
leading man fiber. He just came out with these on Thursday. I just happened to get, because on Thursdays they tell you what's in the new.
What's the new?
Yeah,
Okay.
what's up and about at on Thursdays.
So
There's
leading men now has
it's a limited edition. It was $25. These are like little white, and this is
sparkly black.
Isn't it great? So I told him I was going to wear it and tell him today. So yeah,
There you go.
It's $25. Came right away.
It's limited edition. Yeah, she ordered it on Thursday. She received it on Saturday.
Yeah, he put it in the mail right away, and off it came. So
no, I think that was just because you're a celebrity, Deb.
No,
no, it's
I probably was the first one that saw it because I just happened to be on the computer when the email like came down. I was working through the emails, and then when you're going down the list, and then you get new ones on top of it, it sort of showed up. And I know on Thursdays it usually comes because, and I was like, I almost put you on, but I didn't know because I think, no, but I, yeah. I brought her mints instead. So
yeah, okay. She brought me. Okay, so this is what she has declared to me on her little trips. Mm-hmm. She's gonna start looking for tins. Yep. Right.
Perfect for
notions.
For notions.
And I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. Great idea.
Awesome. Great idea.
Cleans your breath. Settles your stomach.
And helps you with your knitting.
And a place to store your stitch markers and things like that. So
I don't know if you guys saw it. I ran a little giveaway contest yesterday. Friday night through Saturday.
For the sneaky little bastard.
I know, I was sneaky little.
Yeah.
Sneaky little. I made up these guys, which are teal rings with pearlized white beads.
Aren't they cute?
The teal is quite tealy. It's quite bright teal. It's not showing up great on camera, but
I think
I didn't know what to call them, and I thought, why don't I just have Instagram figure it out? So I did a name the colorway contest, and so they're called daiquiri ice.
Daiquiri ice, isn't that great?
And the winner gets a 10-pack of stitch markers.
Why didn't you call me? I could have done it, and I can get
it was on Instagram. You gotta have your shit on it. You gotta be following us on Instagram.
Isn't this great? I think they look really good on a cruise ship, don't you?
Yeah, they would.
I think so. And I did notice last week that Colleen just
gobbled them up. She was like, "Oh, those are for me." She just snagged them. That was the ones from last week were a different one, different color.
Different color.
Those are called Tropical Breeze.
Yeah, but they did have their blue, but they had her basic love of colors, the teals, the blues.
No, Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon. Sorry, I can't. Those are actually like silver with different colored blue beads.
Yeah.
These are teal.
Teal and nice steel
with white pearlies. The other shop update.
You're not cross out right now.
Oh, I am. Did you see that I got purple cheaters?
I did. Now you have the purple ones.
Yep.
Do you know that now every little store I go in, when I was in Florida,
you're looking for cheaters?
I'm looking for cool cheaters.
Cool cheaters? I'm like, I might as well. Or patches. I mean, oh my God. Oh, so let me do this other shop update really quick.
Do the shop.
So this one is called Sailing with Whales. So you get a nice little sailboat. Right? Because we're gonna go cruising, so I had to get sailboats.
You have to.
And you get 2 little whales with it. One black one, because some whales are black, and one blue one
Because we have blue whales.
because we have blue whales too.
Yeah.
So that comes as a set. The 2 whales are stitch markers, and the sailboat is a progress keeper.
Just serious, guys. Oh my God.
Put them all together and
Okay.
add a blue tip hugger, and you're good to go. No, excuse me.
Have to take that out of inventory.
See how it goes around here?
See, but I just.
No, it's all good.
I know,
It's all good.
It's all
It's all good.
Anyways, go ahead.
I can't remember.
I can't either. You're finishing this. I was talking about the shop update, and then go there. But we'll get back to it.
Yep, whatever it was.
See, if we have to get back to going live again. I got Mikey working on that on my computer because he was going to do something to make sure he has to put another thing in so the camera works on mine. I have it, but I don't have that piece. Because it's like the cars. Everything is put in it. They just don't turn everything on or hook up those switch plates or whatever. But all that shit's in cars nowadays. So anyway, I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking about the cruise. We were talking.
I don't know. Well, Gina was the winner of the name of the stitch markers. So Gina is getting a 10-pack of those.
Maybe next time when you do something like that, you can put in like the 17th person to give. We'll pick that person's name. I mean, that's the name. So, how people call and you want to be the 5th caller or the 10th caller. Remember the days of the radio when they used to have all those fun things?
Yeah.
And you sit there with your phone and you just, the dialing phone, not this phone or the punch phone.
Right.
But you had a cord, right?
Yeah.
Because you were listening to the radio.
Yes.
And you would be there. And when they call it, you'd go 1, 2, and then you'd hit the button, or you would get on there and you would be in the sequence and it would go beep, beep. Oh, God, redial. And then wait so that you could be the caller. Well, at one point I was. It was for Secretary's Week. Yeah. They gave me a day off. And I said, the day off was after I was leaving. Because we were moving down here. It's when I was working in Chicago many, many years ago. I know, it was like 1987. And so the day that they were going to give them the temporary secretary, which came with it, was a week after I had left. So my guys went ahead, the Pete guys I worked for went ahead and just got me a day off. And,
there you go.
And then I had to take them out to eat with the certificate.
For compensation, yeah.
With the certificates that I got.
Yeah.
But I made them finish the bill because it would have been enough if I had only taken one, but not all 4. So they had to take the things. Like my sister, she usually pays the bill because she buys the drinks. And booze is expensive when you go out. So anyway. Excuse me.
I let the big boys at the office for our dinners.
That's what you need to do.
So,
other than not feeling too good last week and having Mikey, when I take him along, I don't get as much knitting done, even though we were in the car quite a bit. And I did. But so far, this is...
That's your little snooty thing, right?
My snooty thing. Here. And, I don't know if I can put it on.
No, don't put it on.
Well, if I finish the row before we're done, we'll put it in. But here's the thing. Here's the opening. And here's the bottom.
So this part goes on your neck.
Yes.
This part is on your neck part, and then the rest of it goes up and makes a hood.
Oops. And I got the pattern up on Ravelry, and I can tell you, it's called Bonbec, Bonbec.
Here.
Okay. and there's her picture with her on it. And it's really easy, kind of boring actually. I'm a little worried about the edge because you have to fold over type
Yeah.
thing and do an I-cord thing, but we'll see. It's a little, it fits. It goes over and fits. So, and my sister's head is about the same. So hopefully I'll get a little more done. But this is made with the yarn I got, this yarn.
It's silk from Amazon
It's cashmere
or cashmere. Yeah.
from Amazon. And so this is still the first two balls. So it goes pretty good.
Pretty
So
good.
and this is like one skein because they come in 50 grams.
Right.
And it's technically listed as a fingering. So I doubled it because I wanted it to be super warm when she takes her little Bugs Boo out for a walk.
Right.
But it's really soft.
It is very soft.
It's really soft. I thought I might have to start ordering some of these colors and making mittens out of them or something. This is really not that expensive. I'm not kidding. It
No,
really
it's
was
yeah,
reasonable
it's not that bad.
considering it's cashmere,
And it's yarn,
yarn,
however you want to pronounce that.
yar X. And there's another one that begins with a T, but I haven't used that one yet. This is the one. Takes a little while to get there. I don't know where it comes from.
Why are you sticking that back in there?
I don't know. I just because I'm just shut up.
Listen to her.
I get feisty in my old age. Let me
I
tell
even
you.
fed her bacon this morning. Maybe that's why, because I fed you bacon. And that.
I had coffee at home, and I'm having mine too. I limit the number of G's that I have.
Well, you probably should.
Yeah, I started them at work at 11:30.
Yeah.
And they had to be done by 3:30.
Oh, because otherwise
Because otherwise I never go to sleep.
Yeah.
I didn't get much done on my hat, but I
obviously not.
But I got it on the regular size needles.
You had it on the regular size needles before you even went down there.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh well. But I did get a little pink on.
You need to go back and rewatch.
Oh yeah, I did with you and Colleen. You guys were good. I checked it out. That's it.
I got to the next color and got a little bit done in there. My next color.
Nicely done.
So I'm
now when you get to this color,
4, 5, 6.
So when you get to this color is the decrease.
The last one. So there will be 10 sections.
Okay, because there were
1, 2,
10.
3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8, 9, and there's another one in the middle.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. The last section will be a super pale green.
It's poking its little butt out there.
Yeah.
Poof.
Poof. Yeah. See, teeny tiny little section in the middle there. Pale green will be the last section, but yeah, the Etsy shop went gangbusters, so I was a little busy with that this week, which is totally good.
Super cool. That's what you want.
Totally good.
Yeah.
My sleep patterns are wackadoo.
Sorry.
It is what it is. Couple of nights where I woke up at 1.
I hate that. Oh God, I hate that.
And I wish it was just, like I gotta go pee and then go back to bed. No, that's not what it is. So I get up and I fill Etsy orders. So you guys get them right away. Like they're out the door same day or next day, next shipping day.
Sort of like leading men.
Right. As quick as possible. I did have a nice little chit chat with Jody from Sun Soap Yarn in Arizona. We did a little video chat. We were talking about Advent. So, stay tuned to our Etsy shop for the Flock's upcoming Advent.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick her brain a little bit. She's been doing it a lot longer than me. She does yarn. And last year she got some stitch markers for me to put into her Advents. She'll get some again this year. Don't tell anybody I told you, but I'm pretty sure she's going to get some more from the flock for her Advents this year.
Cool.
And we might get a little something from her for our Advents this year.
Never know.
One never knows.
We just are gonna be sneaky.
I will not tell you what I'm sending her, and she will not.
Our lips are sealed. Well, see, I
No,
don't.
we're gabbers. We are.
She may be able to keep a secret, but she knows damn well I won't be able to keep a
I
secret.
know she won't be able to, so I just don't tell her. I don't tell
Either
her
that or
shit that
she'll
I
give
don't
me
want
wrong
you guys to
information.
know.
She'll give me the wrong information, and then I
Well,
put it out there, and then I'm like,
I will flat out lie to
Yeah.
her.
I'm like being the dummy of the
I will-
crowd here.
I'm sorry, but I will flat out lie to you.
I know you will.
So that you won't tell people.
Well, I never mean to.
I know. I
But
know.
it
I
just
know.
sort of-
It's good natured.
It just sort of
It's-
happens.
I get it. I get it. But that's why I
But
don't
see,
tell you.
what I would
just know.
what I could do is I could tell somebody on the ship, and then somebody who's not even a knitter who like sits down and asks me what I'm working on, and I can say, "Hey," and then in the
But then what
doing that,
happens is that person then talks to another knitter and says, you know, I was talking with that other Deb lady and she said this.
And
Is
they'll-
that true?
they'll write
And
me
then it
down
comes right back around to you. That's what happens. That's what happens. I know it.
I'm innocent, and
I did go you're totally innocent. I did work a little bit on my pink blanket.
which has a very cool bag.
It does have a very cool bag.
Yep.
I don't know if I made it all the way across one row
Mm-hmm.
because it's getting
Getting that bag.
getting that big.
Yeah.
Whatever, it is what it is. Yeah,
when
I just work and
and try to be creative, Stitch.
I binge watched The Last Kingdom. I'd seen 1 through 4 before. The Last Kingdom with Uhtred. Uhtred of Bebenpa. Yes.
I didn't watch any Harry Potter. Just so you know.
It's not Harry Potter. This is Viking and
I wouldn't watch it.
King Edward and Danes and Saxtons and
fun.
Oh yeah,
they're gruesome.
They are.
Man, we were mean back then.
So
I object. Bam.
Off with your head.
And away you went. You know, and that's how they won the election. I mean, yeah, wouldn't it be great today?
I need to pull out my phone. You may, I don't know, you might like this one.
What's this?
So I'd seen seasons 1 through 4 many years ago. But I knew season 5 was coming out, but you get caught up in all other kinds of other crap.
Sure.
And then I'm like, well, shit.
I want to go back and
season 5 was last year.
Right.
So, and of course I follow Uhtred on Instagram.
What's an Uhtred?
His name. I can't think of his real name right now.
Uhtred
Uhtred is his name in the Last Kingdom. He was a Saxton born to some noble person.
Okay.
The Lord of Bebenper, whatever. But then there was some sort of fight, and he, as a child, was captured by the Danes, and he was a slave to the king in Daneland.
Okay.
Grew up as a Dane.
Okay. Not knowing he's really like.
Well, no, he knew because he was like he was 7.
Yeah, he knew
seven-ish.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, he knew he wasn't truly that.
Right.
But
right.
So then it becomes this whole thing where he's Saxton and Dane. He ends up
yeah,
you know, swearing loyalty
to Denmark or to the Danes, and then he goes and becomes a Saxon.
Yeah, so it's a whole mix.
He's in a catch-22.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
catch-22. So
he was a double agent before we even had him.
Exactly.
Wow. Even back then.
But then it's like, what double agent is he? Is he a double agent for the Saxtons or a double agent for the Danes? And it flip-flops back and forth all the time.
Oh, he's one of those.
Because
can't make up his mind.
Who is he going to be loyal to?
He's a man. He doesn't have a brain. They can't make up their mind on anything. When you say, honey, what do you think?
This is a great series.
And then and he goes, "What should I blow my nose with?" Well, whatever you want,
Whatever you want,
whatever you think will be softer.
whatever works for you. So at any rate, I think I'm that history. I'm not
Right. Not as into that era.
too up to in that history, but I believe because I also watched the Vikings, which was on the History Channel, which is historically accurate, and
Pretty close.
this is kind of unilateral, like the same thing, but just told in a different way. So I do believe that it's historically moderately accurate.
Right.
The names have changed and whatnot, but I believe that the kings and the actual fights that happen, I think those are historically
Probably,
accurate.
yeah.
The backstory and the all that may be a little bit different.
Sure.
So I had to rewatch the entire first 4 seasons because it had been so long. I wasn't quite sure. I wanted to be up to speed.
Sure.
When I hit season 5.
Oh, I get it.
Of course, now I'm on episode 9 of season 5. I don't know how many episodes there are, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty damn close to the end. I'm trying to pull this up really quickly and talk to you guys at the same time so that she can see what Uhtred looks like. And
Uhtred. I like the name.
Uhtred of Bevenba.
Uhtred of
Bevenba.
I don't like the hair.
You don't like it when it's shaved? Or you don't like it when it's...
I don't like, their hair's longer and prettier than mine. That's not bad. He's got like a mullet
He's
thing.
got like a... Yeah.
Who is that guy?
That's season 9.
I don't know who that guy is, but he's pretty cute.
He's gorgeous.
Last King of Cats. You should look this up.
Alex Dranon is his name.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. He's pretty cute. Wow, he looks... There he goes. Now show him with the hair.
You can just see pretty much all of him.
Ooh.
You want the...
Wait, go back once. This one. Show him. Oh, there. Show him. That's okay, but it's not really my thing. Okay, I don't know if you can see it for us. See, I don't like... I mean, the shaved side is pretty okay, but
Listen, he looks good in leather and dreads.
I bet. Doesn't leave a lot to the imagination there, let me tell you.
But he's also okay with just, all hair. Like,
what do I
so
watch?
at any rate, that's what I've been watching.
I watched The Mandalorian, who wears a cover. So you have no idea what he looks like. But it's good for the imagination. They do take his helmet off in one episode. I did not picture him that way. And it's hard to get that out of my mind. I'm on a new series too.
What you watching?
The Real Friends of WeHo. It's on MTV. And it's 5 gays guys doing the show. OMG. Talk about drama. I love it. And the reason I'm watching it is because Brad Gretzky is one of the guys.
Okay.
He's married to God, what was his name? He was the head writer, one of the head writers on Big Bang.
Okay.
He was in reality TV where he started out he is a stylist for the stars.
Okay.
And why I really watch it is, one, the drama is hysterical. I mean, they think women have, back and forth. Talk about the gay community. Oh my God, these guys. You pull out a gray hair and tell him that their hem is uneven.
Uneven.
It's like
the day's over.
It's over.
The day's over. I can't handle it.
Well, they just went to Pride Time in Palm Springs, and these guys had the best wigs ever on their heads. Going to Pride, it was the best. It's so... You should watch it. WeHo means West Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no
Yeah, no,
double innuendo there.
no,
No,
nothing like that. No,
no.
no, nothing that means West Hollywood. And these guys are hysterical. You can tell a lot of them. One guy's name is Joey, and the one guy calls him out because he wants to be like the star of the show. And you can see his actions sometimes are a little more dramatic in front of the camera than when he's just sitting with the group and they're just sort of chatting because you never know what's going to get cut in editing. So these
Right.
things are just all
Right.
around and everything. But the outfits these
Yeah.
guys wear is hysterical. Like Brad Gretzky, when he does his little commentaries and he talks about the episode, he's sitting here in this, and he's like about this big. He's really cute. And he hasn't changed in 20 years from the first time I remember seeing him. He's just adorable. And these guys are kind of like up there, in my opinion, up there with the queer guys for the straight guy, and up with the
Queer eye for the straight guy.
Oh, is that it?
You said queer guys for the straight guy. There's
no letters.
Something to be said for that. But how about just queer eye for the straight guy? Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, it's so much fun. And they go to all these parties. And it's like, why can't we have that? Seriously. And these guys are making probably like $5,000 an episode just to sit there and be catty. I mean, I come out and say it was gay.
I'm not catty. So
well, no, we would be the ones that the other ones would talk about.
Yeah.
They would go to lunch and then say, well, how are we going to deal with those two?
Can you imagine? She did the podcast in a sweatshirt. Oh my God, I can't believe
and
it.
She had her panties on underneath. It was ridiculous. She didn't even have a bra on this week. I mean, seriously.
I don't have one on this week either. Sorry, guys.
I never wear one. I just have the shapewear.
You just wear your shapewear.
Well, yeah, but
and
then
you said you were looking into other avenues for that.
I am. I haven't gotten that far.
You're still looking into it.
Well, actually, I did. When I went to Kohl's, I tried this thing on that goes around a bra. Because, see, I have this belly part here, and it's not just, what is it called when you've got pants that are too tight and your belly hangs over?
Whatever.
Flabby belly or whatever it is. Tummy belly, whatever. Pillow.
Whatever.
Okay.
We got rolls.
Anyway, I got rolls. But right here, they've done so many surgeries, it has like no matter.
There's no give.
No, nothing. It's going to stick out. And if I don't keep this on to lay it flat, it goes out this way. So it looks like there's a big hernia there.
Oh.
So it doesn't look, and it's weird looking. It kind of looks like you stuck a piece of yarn like this. This is what it looks like. Seriously, like that. Just like that. And it looks really stupid. So that's why I wear the shapewear. So I went into Kohl's thinking, okay, let's go ahead because I have lost a few pounds and my pants are starting to look really stupid in my butt. Now my knee's not so bad because it's a little looser around my left knee.
Yeah.
But my butt, it's like total baggy there. Let me tell you. And I had a pair of pants on when we went to Florida.
By the way, you didn't lose it. I got it. I'm hanging on to it for you.
Thank you. I'll get it back.
Yeah.
Because I told Mikey, I'm not. He's like, so what are you going to do with this stuff? And I said, oh no, we're just washing. He says, what's all this? I said, those are clothes that don't fit. And he goes, well, why don't we just donate them? And I said, no. I said, we're going to pack them up because I know the minute I go off this medication, it's going to go right back on. So anyway, we're walking through the airport, and I have my bag and my Star Wars backpack, and we're walking through, and my bag kept slipping off, and I'm pulling it up, and it got stuck on my sensor. And then as we're walking, my pants started sliding off my butt. Now, they were it was shinier pant, like had more rayon, not like cotton.
Yeah.
So it, stretchy against stretchy sometimes slips.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I looked like the plumber by the time we got to the end of the airport. And Mikey is right behind me, and he's not even watching, and I'm trying over there to pull this up with my jacket because I got my backpack, and that's holding my jacket down, but it's also pulling my jacket up. I had a crack. People were seeing my crack. I'm surprised they didn't throw me out of the airport. And of course,
Well, they don't
we
throw it.
were all the way at the end.
They don't even throw the homeless out of the airport. Why would they throw somebody whose crack is showing out of the airport?
Well,
I'm
then,
sorry, I'll stay in my lane.
but the funny thing is you know, here you are in the middle of the airport, and you get to the chair, and you put everything down, and then you're discreetly trying to get your pants pulled up. You know, it's just not fair what they do to us women. It's not fair. Guys can scratch their crotch anytime they want. I can't pull up my pants without people thinking I'm scratching my hiney.
That's only what you think.
Well,
It's not what they're actually thinking.
no, they're thinking
They're
that.
thinking she has no ass for her pants to stay up. No wonder why they're falling down. That's all they're thinking.
Well, that would be a nice thought for somebody to have, but I don't think so. I would think that chick needs to get her act together. You know, turning their kids' heads away is not going
They
on.
are not. More like that poor thing. Look at her husband's just got one bag,
And
and
he
she's
did.
got 14.
Wait, he had the rolling bag. He has his little briefcase bag that he uses, and on top of it is his CPAP, which is like not heavy.
Right.
And I'm carrying this 6.5 pound plus bag on my shoulder, and half of his shit that he wanted me to bring for the computer is in my backpack.
Right.
And he's just sort of strolling along. And I said, "Didn't you see my butt hanging out?" And he's like, "No, I didn't notice."
And nobody else would have either.
And nobody would, whatever. Back to the bra problem.
Yeah.
So I went into Kohl's, and they have these things that are like shapewear, and they come up underneath your bra.
Yeah.
So that you're not like pushing on top of your, you know, you're wearing the bra so you can get to the, like everybody has to do, but yet it's not smushing them anymore.
Right.
Well, I kind of thought that might work, but they only come to like here, and I need them a little longer.
Right.
And then I tried on one of those little bodysuit things that have that. Oh no. Do you know if you have to go in an emergency, it's not going to happen. And my question is when you're wearing one of those bodysuits with those snaps, should you wear underwear or shouldn't you wear underwear? I didn't know. I mean, I had underwear on when I tried it on, obviously, because they tell you, but, and they have these little plastic things on the inside, so you really don't get a good feel for what it's doing to you. But it was weird. How do you get to those snaps? You know, to me, that would make sense to put the snaps
up higher
so that you could go and then flop it and then grab it and pull it, you know. But they put them down
They
in
put
the,
it
right in the middle of your hoo-ha.
They put it right next to your vagina hole. Let's
Right,
put it where it is. It is the most awkward place to.
Exactly.
Not well. I mean, it's easier to unsnap than it is to snap it back together again.
Oh, and what I also found is they have the underwear that have the split. It's like a bodysuit, but right where the crotch is, it splits so that, like the guy's opening, so that you would sit there and you'd hold it open while you were peeing. Like, no way.
No.
And what if that, you know, and of course, just like a lot of the other things, that elastic is going to be the first elastic to go. So then you're going to be having an air issue down there, you know? I'm like, okay, that's out. I didn't try on the bras yet because I want to find something for this before I get to the bra situation. And so we'll see. Medication's doing its thing, but
what about just the shapewear? Just.
I was thinking of, I mean, the ones that kind of go around the middle.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have as many of those just for the middle. They either have the long leg underwear that come up to here.
Yeah.
And that's okay when I'm wearing a dress because my thighs rub a little bit. So I wear those, and I have a couple of them. But then I have to take the shapewear and tuck it underneath the fat roll so it stays where it's supposed to stay. Right. Otherwise, it rolls up, and then everything is sitting right here.
Yeah, right above.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So it's traumatic to be a weird shape. Didn't even notice.
I did notice she has Mickey Mouse earrings
I have
on.
the 50th anniversary of Disney. I'm not going to get any closer. They're Mickey with the tassel for the 50th anniversary of Disney. Mikey got them for me. They're very heavy and they poke me at night. So they're going to
Well,
come off.
you need to take them off.
I know, but I wanted to wear them at least here today so
Well,
that he
yeah.
would see them. And then I'm going to put in something else. I have little tiny dots of sapphire, and I'm going to put those in.
There
And
you go.
see. But I think I can use these backs because I like this back because it's kind of like a locking back. It's pretty cool. So
Mm.
anyway, I didn't know enough about it yet because I just changed my first ones and I couldn't get them off, and then I couldn't get them in.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going down, going up, going down. Then I thought, well, if I figure out where it is in the back, maybe I'll know where it is in the front. So I put it in the back and I got it on in the back,
but then it's backwards.
but then it's backwards. So I stuck my finger like right there to tell me where to go. And I still did the same thing. I think I probably scored a bigger hole on the inside, but
Were you looking in a mirror when you were doing that
no,
whole catastrophe? 'Cause
no.
I have found that it's almost just easier just to close your eyes and
That's
go
what,
by feel.
and actually there was a YouTube, I actually went to a YouTube thing.
Listen, if you need to know how to do anything, just go to YouTube. You'll find it.
Well, the other thing is our stitch. You know, these little guys are just the cutest little things, and so I mean, how cute is this? I could just put it on there, and this probably would work pretty good, actually. Come to think of it. Huh.
They are earrings, so you can wear these as earrings.
Don't take yours out.
I'm not.
You have 2 holes.
I have 10 on my left ear.
Why do you have 10?
Well, because when I was in junior high and high school, when you're bored, you just create a new hole.
When I was bored, I went for a bike ride. I never thought about putting another hole in my head. Just what I need, another place for something to fall out of.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't want to.
They don't
The
want to go.
second one doesn't want to be nice on that side. Let's see if
Okay,
it's
so
nice
say
on
on
this
that
side.
side.
Because sometimes they do like to close back up again.
They do. And actually, when
But
Mikey,
usually once they're completely healed
this
over,
this
it's
side,
not an issue.
she used the same hole front and back. This side, she made a new hole. So I have a
What do you
new,
mean? Were your ears pierced before?
yes,
Oh,
and they grew over, but you could still see the holes. That's why people thought
I
I
did.
had pierced ears because you could still see the holes. The
Well,
fronts
you
were
did
always
have
open.
pierced ears.
Yes, the fronts were always open. The back is what closed. But this one, she couldn't get it. She got it in, but she couldn't get the back, so she made a new hole for that. So I have 2 holes on this side. That's what Mikey said. That's probably explains why I'm the way I am.
Okay, well, I can't get it to go through
Well, that's right. Don't
on
tell.
my seconds, but yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have one way up high too.
Well, you
I have one
know
way
what
up
we
there.
need to do is we'll need to get you. That's one way to display all your your progress keep.
I was just
We
putting them
could
in my
just put them
ears.
on our ears, and you
Um,
guys take them from there. What a cool idea!
I actually, this. So this was back in the '80s before you ever even saw this. Now I'm sure it's a thing. Um, I had a custom made earring made for my left ear that wove. It was on a chain, a very fine chain that wove all the way through all of my holes, and then had a dangle.
Now that sounds
It was
cool.
cool. Was not a thing that you could just go into a store and get.
No, you had
I
to.
had to have it made.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool.
that would be cool.
Um, yeah, the crazy things we did in the '80s.
The 80s. In the 80s,
Where
how
you
many?
wear
See, in the 80s, I
3
was.
polo shirts
Oh, God.
because you needed to have all the different colors on your collars that were popped
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and your socks, if you were a girl, your socks had to match your shirts, so you had 3 pairs of socks on as well, scrunched up and then overlapping so that you could see all the different colors of
I
your
don't
socks.
think I ever did that.
You didn't do that with the strap pants.
Yeah.
Remember the stirrup pants, ladies? You had to have the stirrup pants with your socks on over the top,
Oh yeah.
with your double socks,
And then, well, yeah, because
and then you wore ballet slippers or something like that.
weren't they? They were like a workout pant or something like that,
The stirrup pants? No, no, no,
weren't they?
no.
They
They
were
were
just
not
stretch
workout.
pants. I have to, what I don't like
They were stirrup pants.
stirrup pants.
They had the stirrup that went underneath your to keep your pant leg completely down. So there were jeans that were like that, and then there were like um
I just remember having
stretchy
pants
pants that were like that.
that drove my parents crazy, and I mean drove them crazy. First off, I was short, and bell bottoms came out. Had to have the biggest bell I could get, and I saved my money, and we were going to get it. And I think we went to Pennies or something like that, and I they were too long, but that's all they had. They didn't know when they and I had to have them because I wanted them. I was like the only kid in the room wearing like stupid farmer jeans that you bought at Tractor Supply, which they can't keep them in now because these kids think they're great. Anyhow, so I bought these jeans. It's funny. The back of the After a while, I had this rainbow effect on the back. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it
from
was
all
like
the dirt.
from all dirt and the
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
on it and
The
frayed it.
Tori's jeans were like that too. All
Yeah,
of them didn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah. It was like the front looked great. You saw it from the front, but boy, from the back there was this huge thing,
Yeah,
and I was like, "No, we're not having.
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. These are my bell bottoms. They're
Hmm.
probably still up in the cabinet. I kept them.
You kept them. Oh my god. Well,
I
you
also
keep everything.
no, I don't keep everything.
You're a pack rat. You know it.
Actually, I told Mikey he found the box of my nursing uniforms back in the day when we used to have to wear white. And I
Mm.
started at Methodist in the 80s, and we had to wear white. And Mikey took down the box. He said, "What are we going to do with these?" All my white shoes. There's still hose in there. Yeah, wash though. But support hose and all my shoes. And I was a bit of a
Sass.
shoe. I had SAS shoes
Oh, I'm sure you did.
when I started in management. We'd go to these stupid meetings. I worked night shift, 11 to 7.
Hmm.
Okay. And I pretty much worked 6 days a week because we were short staffed forever. And anyway, and so I'd have to stay over and I'd go to these meetings. Well, all these people are in these suits looking great. And here I am
In scrubs.
and well, no, they weren't even scrubs. They were actual uniforms,
Okay, yeah.
polyester,
Oh God.
yeah, oh yeah, it's the lines, the whole bit.
Oh,
So I bought a white skirt and this really pretty ruffled blouse and a pair of white shoes that were like with little heels, like summer shoes. They weren't nursing shoes. And I kept it in the office. So when the days I went to these fancy meetings, I would change into that and fluff my hair up and wash my face a little bit so I would walk in feeling like I belonged in there,
hmm,
And I always made sure I had some sort of necklace of something that had color on it.
right.
So I wasn't the only one sitting in the room with this because a lot of the night shift nurses would just change and then head home right after the meeting. Well, I usually got stuck sticking around doing something else. So, but I had all these jazzy shoes and I had a little pair of ballerina type shoes with little straps on them. They
Hmm.
were really cute. They hurt my feet, but they were cute. This
Yeah,
one,
that's what we wore. We wore the ballet slipper shoes to
yeah,
school all the time.
yeah. And then now, and when we would go to the airport, because we were talking about that, Gail and I were mentioning it when um, her friend made her kids dress up to go to the airport to pick up grandma and grandpa, just so grandma and grandpa get to see it. They weren't staying with them, but so
Yeah,
they could see them dressed up, and they didn't understand why. And so Gail and I were talking about how when we used to go to the airport, we were in a dress. I mean, it
yeah.
was
You
a big
dress.
event,
It's a big
you know,
night. It's a big deal.
white gloves, the whole bit. You were out and about. You didn't go out in your
Right.
dungarees or anything
Yeah. No.
else.
No. No.
No, it was like, and now,
I go to the airport in my sweatpants because, God damn it, I'm going to be fucking comfortable on that plane.
Yeah, I know. We fly out. Yeah, I agree. But you have to be careful because if it's too baggy, then they want to pat you down.
Oh yeah, no. I don't necessarily mean sweatpants, but it's going to be comfortable.
Yeah, it's got to be
It's going to
comfortable.
be comfortable.
Yeah. I lit up. I had to get screened because my crotch lit up.
You're just
I'm not kidding. And they show you right on the screen. Here you are. You walk through and it says, well, these are your hot areas. One was right there in the crotch. And I said, I stopped and I looked and I went, that's what you picked up? Didn't pick up my knee because I have a knee replacement. That was fine. No big deal. My necklace was on. Didn't even pick that up. Something in my crotch. I'm like, what the hell is in my soap that would be setting it off? You know?
it,
It was embarrassing.
seriously.
It was embarrassing. And it happened to me in both places, down in Orlando and
So
here.
it's
I have
heat
a
sensitive.
radioactive crotch.
It's heat sensitive.
Well, and then they put
Are
you
you
through this
kidding
other
me?
thing like
Like,
this.
so I can have a plastic gun. It's not hot.
Well, if you go through, one of them is radar, one of them
I'm
is
surprised it didn't
X-ray.
catch your underboob
No,
hotness.
no, they didn't. It just
Because
caught right here.
it's always warm there.
She didn't do anything else but pat me down in my crotch area. I was like, hey. And then they wanted to run my stuff through again. And I said, why? It passed the first time. What do you think? It's not going to pass the second time? I thought Mikey's like over there going, we're going home. That's it. She's on a no-fly list. I'm going to put up with this. She's not, this is her day, you know. And then the lady just sort of looked at me and she went, okay. I don't guess maybe nobody ever questioned it before. I said, if it passed it once, why do you need to do it again? Because my crotch
Because
was
they're
too hot.
incompetent. Because they're incompetent.
You know, it's only on one side of the airport anyway. And half the time they don't even look and see if you really are TSA pre. They say, do you have it? There's some guy standing at the line now going, are you TSA pre? Are you TSA pre? Sometimes he looks. If you have a paper one, he'll look. But if you have the phone, he's not going to like search the phone for it because every airline puts it teeny. I mean, the letters are teeny tiny. You can barely see it. And that's what, and so then you get up to the front, and instead of letting somebody go through, okay, and have them take their stuff out like you're supposed to, they send them all the way back to the other line. I mean, why don't you just say, oh, sorry, you're in the wrong line. You need to go to that scanner. Just point them to the scanner. Don't make people go all the way back. No wonder they hate them.
Well, I would. I would make them go all the way
I
back.
would.
They should have gone to the correct line to begin with.
Well, they thought they were TSA pre. Like Mikey, he thought he was TSA pre at the wrong birthday. They put Gail's birth year instead of Mikey's birth year on his ticket. Well, I'm usually traveling with Gail. So I made him 2 years older, and he didn't have TSA pre. So he actually went through the other side. Nice guy. I said, why don't you just talk to the ticket agent over there and she'll just fix it? Well, she fixed it for the ride home, but she didn't fix it for the ride there. Mikey doesn't cause trouble. He just goes with the flow. And so he still
No, I'm sorry. I would be that bitch that would go, you are not pre-checked. You need to go through the other line. You need to go over there. And I would not let them cut in because that's what would happen. Everybody would learn that all you have to do is go to the pre-check side and they'll just let you cut in front of everybody else who's been patiently waiting.
I guess you have a point there.
No, I would make them go to the end of the line. I don't care if you're stupid and don't realize that you're not pre-checked. That
But I did learn
stupidity
something.
it's not an excuse.
I did
Then
learn
you need to
something though.
learn.
And in the Indianapolis airport, because a lot of times we don't, if it's not overly busy, and sometimes that non-pre-check line is smaller.
Yes.
If you have TSA pre-check on your thing, you don't have to take your stuff out. You can go right through as if you're in the pre-check line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right through. It's just it's just when they don't, because sometimes people only get it for one person. Like I have it, and my niece has it now, but Bethann doesn't have it. So if she's not on my reservation, she has to go through. So that's part of the reason they let us. Okay, so this is
You
where
didn't want to take off your glasses.
I
and put that
probably
on.
should have, but this is where it's at.
You should have put tip huggers on there so that.
I know I probably should have before I put it on my head, but this way, oh my God, I haven't even washed it yet. This is going to be great for when she goes out. I could probably finish it here and just tell her that she has to wear it
Yeah.
with your head cold.
Put on like a strap.
And we make an I-cord tying thing for it too. Yeah, you put a little hole.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! I caught my thing. My ear. How many did I lose?
3.
Hold on, let me get my glasses. You keep talking, I'll fix it.
You keep talking. You're the one that's a talker. I can fix this for you. No problem.
You write it there at the end. And then this goes. But I really don't need it anymore.
Before that, you need a stitch marker?
Well, that's the one I used for stitching the round. And then when I first started going back and forth, I wanted to know where the ending was. When I first started with just going back and forth, because you have to go back and forth now.
Yeah, now you have to purl.
Yeah, now you have to purl, so you wouldn't like this one very much.
I would steek it.
I thought about that. I really did. I thought maybe I should just keep going and I could just steek it and then do it once. But with it being my first cashmere, I might do mittens or something. We'll see. But anyway, that's it. So you'll never know. I haven't decided what I'm going to take yet. Did you see Stephen West has a new pattern out?
No.
It's called fragmentation. Yeah. He's into a new thing. He's fragmenting now.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, this Bombay, it's on Ravelry, okay? But it's not free. You have to, it's a
Bombec. B-O-M-B-E-C.
By Emily L. Emily somebody. Emily Lewis. Emile. Anyway, it's European because it's got the pound sign in front. I mean the
the Euro sign. It's European.
Yeah, it's about $5. So anyway, it looked like it would be fun. But wait a minute, before we go, I want to go back and show you something. Okay, that's not that. Don't you hate when your phone doesn't know what you're doing? I mean, you gotta get on here and it tells you what you want. And then here we go. It's called fragmentation. Have you guys seen it yet?
I have not seen it.
Fragmentation by Stephen West. Look at that. Is that cool or what?
Do you see how
you make panels and stuff?
They're shifted.
Yeah, it's like increase. I think there's short rows in it or something. Isn't it kind of cool? He does knit. He doesn't do a lot of purling.
I think those are probably sewn together.
Yeah, but isn't that cool? Check this one out. This is like my favorite one.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's just a different picture.
I know, but I think that might be a good project, don't you? No? All right. Well, so much for that one.
It's interesting. It's fun. It's different.
Yeah.
It's fun and different.
I did order from Fiber Seed, and
you got off your moratorium and
oh yeah, real quick. But I'm gonna have to go back on it pretty soon.
She's like a gangbuster.
But as it comes in, that's when I see it and then I grab it and I'm using it. Okay, like this came in and I just started this.
Yes.
I didn't go in the box and start because I don't dig. I just take from the top. Anyway, I got her electric donuts. So, and that's a purpley color, and I think that'll be good. I might take that with when it comes to making a couple pair of mittens. And actually, this trip, I'm taking 2 cows and 2 hats that I had made so that when the people upstairs or downstairs, wherever, says, "Oh, that's so cool," I can give them a finished one and get it out of my stash
There
so
you
that
go.
I don't have to sit there and go,
I've been wearing a different scarf to work almost every week.
"Really?
Or every day.
That's so cool."
Because my office is so freaking cold.
I should make your hand warmers.
Yeah.
Because I could make them here, and then you can tap, 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 and do everything, but your little hands would be a little warmer.
Yeah.
I'll do that on vacation. I'll make them. Do you want thumbs or not? Nah, I can do a little thumb.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll make our hand warmers.
You don't have a pair of mittens already made?
Yeah, I do, but they probably my mittens, my fingerless mittens go to the top.
You can just roll them.
Okay,
I
I'll
might
see what
have
I
some.
got at home.
I might have some fingerless mitts
Let me
anyway.
see, wait a minute. Yeah, we're about the same size.
Yeah, little hands.
Hats? No,
No.
no. She
Big
could.
head, little
Yeah,
hands.
little hands, big heart.
I feed you lots.
She does. She's really. Wait a
Come to
minute.
my house. I'll feed you a lot right now. I need to pull some things out of my fridge that can't stay in there any longer.
And get going. Make
Yeah.
some stuff.
Dry some stuff.
Yeah. You know where he went?
Golfing.
Golf.
Husband just left.
Probably better.
Sasquatch just left.
Yeah.
He's going golfing.
Yeah. In my house, it'd be the other way around. He would be doing it, and he'd tell me to get lost.
Yeah.
No, so that's
Yeah.
what he'd do. I don't know.
It's gonna be fixed on Wednesday, so
I don't think there's any yarn shops on Catalina Island. Might be in San Diego. We'll see.
there you go.
So you never know. There is one in Los Cabos, but we're not going to Los Cabos. We're going to Cabo. So
There isn't a yarn shop in Cabo San Lucas that you could just
I don't know. I might
sing
find it.
into.
I found the only one in Puerto Rico.
There you go.
And I found one in Tenerife, which is on the Canary Islands. So my sister's like, why me? So anyway, but in April we've already, once we get to the Azores, we go to Azores, Malaga, and Valencia, and then Barcelona. And our main mission on that is vagina plants.
Vagina plants.
Or Venus flytraps. Same situation. You have the penis pepper. See, what more could you ask for? His world would be perfect. See, yeah, there you have it. So,
Okay. On that note, I think we should probably sign off for the day.
And
for the week.
I'll be back on March 5th with news of the solstice, so I can tell everybody how we're going to be doing and how we're going to be cruising along.
Yeah.
And I really hope you guys are really thinking about going.
Yeah.
Because it would really be so fun. But it'd be fun for us to meet you all and for you guys to be able to use it as an excuse to get going, to get out and maybe. Everybody says that Alaska's on their bucket list. I hear that all the time.
It's on my bucket list, so I'm going to be checking off. I mean, that's one of the states I haven't been to. I haven't been to Maine. I haven't been to Alaska.
Have you been to, yeah, you've been to Hawaii. Mm-hmm. I've never been to New Mexico. That's the only one for me.
Oh, I've been to New Mexico.
Yeah, see, I haven't been to New Mexico, but I've been everywhere else. But I haven't been to New Mexico. So,
I don't think I've been. I may have been in Rhode Island when I was little, but I don't recall it. So that would be one I would want to.
There's a really good restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island. It's called the Crazy Chicken.
Dang it!
It's a great,
need to go.
It's on the water. It's a great little restaurant. It was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I made Mikey. We were in Boston. We drove down to specifically go there along with 80,000 other people.
Right.
And it was real cold that day, but sunny. And they had put up tarps on their outside area, except right here at the bottom where the wind was
so your feet were freezing.
So your feet were freezing, but and so you were drinking. They must have gone through all the coffee they even had for that, so that was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rhode Island, yeah, you can pass through it without even realizing you've
Blink,
done it.
it's
Yeah,
gone. Yeah.
yeah. So, um, but otherwise, yeah, New Mexico is the only state I haven't either flown through or stepped into, you know.
Mm.
But I've either driven through or
I haven't been to DC either, but that's not a state.
no, but you should go. It should be, but that's beside the point.
No, it shouldn't be. DC should not be its own state.
Oh yeah, it should. It should be
No,
held accountable. Oh
no.
God, yes.
On
Yeah,
that, we disagree.
we disagree on that.
Yeah.
What about Puerto
Because
Rico?
who do you think would be funding it then? The rest of the country?
They do it now anyway. So what the hell's
No.
the difference? They'd have their own.
Yeah, but then they could write their own individual laws. Just, yeah, no. I agree with the way it is right now.
You can't get a job inside the Beltway because they have no jobs inside the Beltway because nobody ever leaves. If you work for a Republican and he's voted out of office, you just suddenly become a Democrat. Go work for a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't get it. Anyway, that's because
No, I have no desire to go there. Honestly, I have no desire at all to
you
go
should.
there.
It's
No. Mm-mm.
it is an amazing place to go, and the only place I've been to almost all of the attractions, except I've never personally been to the National Cathedral. My mom and my sister went many years ago when they were redoing the chairs, and I needle pointed a cover for the chair, and they sent me a picture of it. I have it at home. I don't know if it's still on the chair, but mom bought the kit, and I made it and sent it back. But I have never been in the
Mm.
National Cathedral. And I think that is probably one of the most amazing buildings in the. No, I've been to Notre Dame. I've been in Buckingham Palace. I've gone to Windsor Castle. But to me, that National Cathedral of ours is just amazing. I've been in the Mormon Church. Do you know that the Mormon Church in Washington, D.C. is probably the only building that was paid for in a year? It was paid for by the time they opened the doors. It's pretty. Yeah. And I don't think you can go in it unless you're a certain kind of Mormon, but it's really cool. But if you go to DC, everything's free pretty much, or very nominal once you get there. It's very expensive to stay there, you know. And you can stay out by Dulles, which now has a train, but it takes an hour to get in. I don't mind the train ride though. Doesn't bother me.
I have no desire.
No.
Zero.
Trying to talk my sister out of not going to the Caribbean in September and going to Greenland instead.
Mm.
Yeah, toss up Greenland, Southern Caribbean. Just think what you want. So we will see. We
Yep.
don't even have football to talk about.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We bothered you enough for one day.
Yep.
So next week you'll have someone else.
Yep.
Don't know who. It's
Don't
always
know
a
who.
surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
Carly wanted to come today, but she got a migraine.
Yeah.
She gets them, and that's really hard on her. I hate them.
It's hard on anybody. Migraines suck.
Oh, they do. They're the worst. And I think they're hard. They're just, oh.
I was going to tell you, I had 2 instances the last couple of weeks where my eye thing happened at work. So I told my 2 cube mates, I said, just an FYI, if you see me, I'm not trying to be a pirate. This is what happens. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. So the first time I had it on, and I only wear it for like 10, 15 minutes and then I take it off. The big wig that's in our office, he had walked by and I had just been doing my stuff with the eye patch on. He really didn't pay attention. He wasn't looking my direction.
Right.
But later on, like an hour or two later, he goes, did I see you with an eye patch on today? And I go, yeah. And so I tell him about it and he's like, oh, okay. But the second time I wore I wore an eye patch, and of course it was on the other eye because mine just switched flaps.
Yeah.
Jordan, my boss, walks right in and he looks dead at me. I mean, he's like right in my face. And I go, don't ask. He was with somebody else. like, don't ask. And he goes, okay. And off he went to walk. So I still haven't explained it to Jordan yet. Because I'm sure he's going, what in the hell?
Now I know
Is
what
she
I
going to
need
be
to
a pirate?
I need to find for you. I'm going to get her a pirate hat when I'm on vacation, so when she has some hats on, she can put the
Pirate hat on too.
And
I thought maybe you would go to, Pirates of the Caribbean and find me a pirate patch.
I thought about it, and I did go through there, but the line was really long. It was so freaking crowded. And I mean crowded. I'm like, this was worse than I had ever seen it, even in February. And February is usually pretty busy. And the guy on the bus said, oh, this is nothing, but this is like slow time. And I'm thinking, huh? Every seat, it's packed. Because, oh, yeah, it's a slow time. We had to throw people. There was a couple with 2 young kids in this big stroller. And they were sitting in the handicap side. Well, somebody on the handicap wanted to get in with their scooter. I didn't have a scooter, guys. I walked the whole thing. My husband wouldn't let me get one. Yeah. He said, you need the exercise. You walk better now. You're healthier. You're lighter weight. You don't need it. And it's not that hot. So I said, okay. So I didn't get one. And I walked all of Magic Kingdom. I walked all of Epcot. I walked to and from the bus. I wasn't short of breath. And he made me, on Tuesday night when we went to Disney Springs, I got a cold because there were 80,000 people down there. Yeah. It's his fault.
Of course it's his fault.
And I have a little blister from my new flip-flops. Yeah. So there we go.
Okay, on that note, we're going to let you guys go.
Have a great week. We'll talk to you later. And I'll fill you in all about the boat. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm doing it right.
Touchscreen.
I got it.